Good morning, YouTubers. Early in the morning here, 7 a.m. It's 76 degrees in the deep jungle of Mindanao here at Golden Palace. Just walking around and doing my little morning chores and having my tea poolside. And another beautiful morning today, Saturday, June 24th. And today you'll be transporting all the produced coconut after we've steamed it and prepared it and rebagged it, and bring that to the buyer today. So that's the big event for today, and I'll be doing a couple videos on that just to complete the process. So that's our big thing for this morning. So just walking around the place here, you know, like I'm sure you all do in your morning routine. If you're not having to go to work for retirement, that's what you do. You just kind of maintain your place and make your little plans, do your little chores, all that. This is our propane tanks I get here. Price Gas. There's also a couple other companies, but this is the one that we use. It's like 1,200 pesos, which is 22, 23 bucks, something like that, for a 20-pound cylinder. The total weight's 20 pounds, but the gas weight, they stamp the gas weight, which is 12 pounds of your propane gas. And they're all a little bit different, but most of them right around 12, 12.1, 12.1. So that's about the same price, I think, as it is in the US. Maybe it's a little higher there now. And solar, not putting out any power right now, but it's coming online. So we've had quite a few people coming in, looking at the pool for occasions that they have coming up: weddings, birthdays, retirements, family reunions, stuff like that. So we have a couple bookings right now, so I'm sure that will increase as the summer progresses. Once the children get out of school, that's what I was saying in a couple other videos, that April, May, and the beginning of June, there's really not much going on for activities. They postpone it until the kids are out of school, most people. So now we should get an increased bunch of swimmers here this summer as the summer goes on. So we're kind of preparing. There's a lot of little things I need to do to, maintenance and stuff around the pool and around the grounds, just to prepare for some of the occasions coming. We've got a wedding booking here in a couple weeks. So yeah, just enjoying the beautiful temperature, 76 degrees. That's about the lowest it gets here, and that's after you have a clear night like it is this morning. It's pretty much completely clear most of the night, so you get real cool in the morning. So, maybe a couple hours ago at 5 a.m. it was about 74 degrees, and that's about as low as it's going to get. I don't think I've ever seen it here too much lower than that. 73, 74, right in there. Maybe a couple years ago we had a cold front move in the winter time, and it got down to like 72 or 70, right in that area, but it's rare. It's really rare. But that's a beautiful temperature. I'm from the winter wonderland areas. Was born in Maryland, but I lived most of my life in Minnesota, northern Minnesota, next to the Canadian border. It was always pretty cold, pretty cool there, except for the deep summer where it gets hot and humid, just like it is here. So, and then I worked most of my life in Alaska, so I'm used to cold, and actually cold is enjoyable to me. Build a fire and, you know, snuggle up next to the fire to get warm. I kind of miss all that, but as I'm getting older, the warmer temperatures are a lot better for my body. But I do take cold showers, not because I'm not getting any sex from my beautiful queen, but because it's good for your health. My doctor is Dr. Berg on YouTube. He has millions and millions of subscribers. He's really good. He knows what he's talking about, and I believe pretty much most of what he says. I don't do everything he says, which is because I'm old and set in my ways. I eat too much sugar. I eat too many carbs. I do eat a lot of good fruits and vegetables and eggs. I eat a lot of that, which he highly recommends. But he also says don't snack and be on what's called a keto diet. It's really good for the metabolism, which is no snacking in between meals, and you should only have 2 meals a day, one about 9 a.m. and one about 4 p.m. Don't eat too late at night, and no snacking after dinner, and no snacking between your meals, because it's really good for your metabolism, which is like what's called a daily fasting, and it's really supposed to be good for you, but just haven't gotten up the nerve or the discipline to do that, and I probably am detrimenting myself, my body, because of it, because it makes everything he says makes a lot of sense. And cancer, if you all don't know by now, cancer is from what we put in our bodies or don't put in our bodies, and it causes our regular, good, healthy cells to become cancerous. So if we're doing the right things, we should never have cancer. But over your lifetime, if you're eating wrong, or if you're abusing your body in ways that you do know about, or sometimes you don't know about, that causes cancer cells. And cancer cells is the body's way of prolonging your life so you don't immediately die. So these cancer cells are created they're encapsulated into a cell, instead of going whatever you're doing to your body that's wrong, or what it's been exposed to, chemicals or whatever in the environment, or whatever you're drinking or eating. Instead of killing your body in a fast amount of time because of what you're doing to it, it encapsulates the bad nutrients, the free radicals, and oxidizing bad chemicals and substances in your body into a cancerous cell. So then that cancerous cell just floats around, and hopefully you're going to turn your life around, or your conditions around in your body, and then those cancer cells will slowly die off again if you're caring for your body right again. That's how it works. That's how the body was designed. But if the body cannot recover and you keep continually destroying yourself or your body or the conditions that you're in, then the cancer cells get so bad they turn into tumors or leukemia, or they just continue to stay in your blood or whatever, right? And then if eventually you will die of it if you don't turn it around. And one way to turn it around, and if I ever get cancer, my second wife died of cancer. If I ever get cancer, I know per Dr. Berg's recommendation that, because he's talked to many cancer survivors and they reject the whole chemotherapy crap and surgery crap. And my second wife, she died within 2.5 months of being diagnosed. She was in a stage 4 when she was diagnosed already, that quick, right? And because she never paid attention to the signs, and I was gone working so much away from her, I couldn't really relate of what she was going through until it was too late. And Dr. Berg says, and all these cancer survivors that he has not advised but suggested to, and it works 90-some% of the time, is you have to starve the cancer cells, completely starve them, because they live off of fructose, glucose. There's one other substance, which is basically carbs and sugar. You have to completely starve yourself of that kind of stuff. And so some of these people that discover they have cancer, they go for weeks and weeks, completely starving themselves, only drinking water, right? And sure, you're gonna lose weight, you're gonna lose all kinds of weight, but you know what? Those cancer cells are gonna die because you're not feeding them. And that's what, I wish I would have known that a long time ago, but you know, so many people are so screwed up in the head and listen to the modern medicine. Modern medicine is, you know what it is? It's a cabal of criminals that steal from you. That's all they care about, is giving you a treatment where they're going to get tons and tons of money from the insurance companies. They don't really give a shit about your health. I don't care. 90% of the doctors don't. They just say, oh, we're going to go by this treatment regimen, and then we're going to get rich, and you're going to maybe prolong your life a little bit, but most of the time you're going to die. I was at work with a young man, in his late 20s. Young man, he was an engineer in the oil field. He came to our facility and he was helping us with some projects and discovered he had cancer. Not only he wasn't eating right, but he was a healthy young man, right? But the stress of his job was so high, he got cancer from it, and they brought him to a cancer hospital in Seattle and started giving him the chemotherapy treatments, right? Died within a week because the chemotherapy treatments were so, it's a poison. It is a pure poison. They completely, so not only are you fighting the cancer, but you're fighting then a foreign body of these injections that they put in you called chemotherapy, and you're screwed. Some people can't handle that. And eventually, most people die of chemotherapy treatments. Some of them might get away with it, and they're gonna live another couple years, but with way worse health, because it's like putting a poison trying to kill cancer in your body. I mean, come on, you're killing the host. Now, you might be killing the cancer, but you're killing the host too by doing it. It's totally stupidity. And you know what? You'd think by now these, modern medicine would have a clue of all this. And they do have a clue, but you know what? It all gets hush-hush because they're making millions and millions and millions of dollars with these bad treatments. It's all a god dang rip-off. It's this rip-off Ponzi scheme, just like everything else in this world. All they care about is power, prestige, and money. It's terrible. So don't listen to these people that think they know what the hell they're talking about, because if they do know, they aren't telling you the truth. And if they don't know, they're just idiots trying to sell you something and make you poor and make you die. It's guaranteed. So the way to go with cancer is starve yourself. There's a certain amount of foods, different types of foods that you can eat. But go to Dr. Berg on YouTube. He'll let you know. That's what I'm gonna do. And I just wish to God that I knew about Dr. Berg when my wife had cancer, my second wife, before she died, because I was researching my butt off so bad to trying to figure out what was going on and what I could do and blah blah blah, and I just, never found the right information, and it happened so quick. And another thing is too, she insisted on surgery to have the cancer removed of her body, right? And even the surgeon said, you're not gonna prolong your life by surgery. But she and her mother insisted, and at 2.5 months she was dead. It was very sad. That's John, my autistic son's mother. She was a teacher. So anyway, all you with cancer, if you have cancer out there, I would just pray and beg you, go to Dr. Berg website on YouTube. He'll explain about the keto fasting diet, and if you have cancer, the diet you're supposed to follow. And that's what I will do if I ever get cancer in the future. So anyway, enough of that sad stuff. Beautiful morning here at the Golden Palace. And I got a busy day today with bringing all the coconut to the buyer. So y'all take care today. Have a great day. Help someone. If it's a neighbor or a friend or a family member, help someone today. And that's what we should do as Christians, right? Protect the innocent, do no harm. And y'all take care out there. Love you guys. Bye-bye.